Have you ever felt lost? Life is a journey, rarely a straight line to happiness. Dante's Inferno captures this feeling vividly. It's a timeless tale of hope, resilience, and redemption. Join us as we explore the 9 circles of hell. Discover how Dante's journey can inspire us today. Dante's Inferno, part of the Divine Comedy, tells the story of Dante lost in a dark wood. He encounters 3 beasts representing sins that block his path. Rescued by Virgil, who symbolizes reason, they journey through hell's circles. Each circle represents different sins and punishments. Dante's journey is both physical and spiritual, confronting his own sins. The Inferno reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles. The circles of hell reflect our inner struggles. Each circle represents human nature's temptations and vices. By understanding these sins, we understand ourselves. Limbo reminds us that even the virtuous may not find salvation. Lust shows the torment of unfulfilled desires. Each circle's characters embody their sins, revealing human nature's complexities. Reflecting on their lives helps us understand our own motivations. Dante's Inferno is a powerful allegory that continues to resonate with readers centuries after it was written. Its enduring appeal lies in its ability to transcend time and culture, speaking to the universal truths of the human experience. Through the vivid imagery of hell, Dante explores the complexities of good and evil, sin and redemption, and the challenges we all face in our quest for meaning and purpose. The Inferno's power lies not only in its depiction of hell but also in its message of hope. Despite the horrors he witnesses, Dante never loses sight of the possibility of redemption. His journey through hell is ultimately a journey of self-discovery and spiritual growth, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. By studying Dante's Inferno, we can gain valuable insights into our own lives. The challenges Dante faces, though presented in an allegorical context, mirror the struggles we all encounter: temptation, doubt, fear, and the consequences of our choices. By understanding the nature of these struggles, we can better navigate the challenges of our own lives and strive for greater virtue and fulfillment. In the following sections, we will delve deeper into the specific challenges presented in each circle of hell, drawing parallels to modern life and exploring the lessons we can learn from Dante's journey. Through this exploration, we hope to inspire you to face your own inner demons, overcome adversity, and ultimately find your way back to the light. Imagine standing at the edge of a dark and ominous forest, the air thick with a sense of foreboding. This is where Dante's journey begins, lost and filled with despair. He finds himself in a dark wood, a metaphorical representation of the spiritual and moral crisis he faces. This is his Inferno, a reflection of his internal struggles, but also a reflection of the struggles we all face in the human experience. Dante is not alone. He is guided by the poet Virgil, representing reason and wisdom, a beacon of hope in the darkness. Virgil leads Dante through the circles of hell, offering guidance and interpretation along the way. This journey through hell is not just a physical descent, but a descent into the depths of the human psyche, a confrontation with the darkest aspects of ourselves. Each step Dante takes deeper into hell is a step further into the abyss of human sin and suffering. He encounters punishments that fit the crimes, each more harrowing than the last. Yet there is a strange beauty in this darkness, a stark reminder of the consequences of our actions, a mirror reflecting the potential for darkness within us all. As Dante journeys through the circles of hell, we journey with him. We are forced to confront the ugliness of sin, not to revel in it, but to learn from it. We are reminded that we all have the capacity for darkness within us, but we also have the power to choose a different path. Before Dante can even enter the underworld, he must pass through the gates of hell. Inscribed on these gates are the chilling words, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter here." This inscription serves as a stark warning to all who dare to cross the threshold, a reminder that the path ahead is fraught with peril and despair. For Dante, these gates represent the fear and doubt that can paralyze us when we are faced with seemingly insurmountable challenges. To move forward on his journey, Dante must confront these fears head-on and find the courage to continue. He must abandon the hope for an easy path and embrace the difficult journey ahead. In our own lives, we all encounter metaphorical gates of hell, moments when fear threatens to hold us back from pursuing our goals or facing our demons. These gates may represent the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown, or the fear of confronting painful truths about ourselves. Yet, like Dante, we must find the courage to push past these fears and step into the unknown. This requires acknowledging our fears, understanding their root causes, and finding the strength to move forward despite them. By facing our fears head-on, we open ourselves up to the possibility of growth, transformation, and ultimately, redemption. Upon entering hell, Dante first encounters Limbo, the first circle of the underworld. Here he finds souls who lived virtuous lives but were not baptized before death. They are not subjected to physical torment but endure an eternity of longing for a paradise they can never reach. They are forever on the outskirts, yearning for something they can never fully grasp. Limbo is a poignant reminder that good intentions are not always enough. It highlights the human need for something greater than ourselves, a yearning for connection, purpose, and fulfillment. It speaks to the universal feeling of missing out, of wondering what if and longing for a different path not taken. In our modern lives, we can experience our own versions of limbo. We might feel stuck in unfulfilling jobs, yearning for a career change we never pursued. We might carry regrets for missed opportunities or relationships that never blossomed. This circle reminds us of the importance of living with intention, of pursuing our passions, and taking chances, so we don't find ourselves forever on the outside looking in. Limbo challenges us to reflect on our own lives. Are we living authentically? Are we pursuing our passions? Are we making the most of the time we have? This circle is a gentle nudge to seize the day, to live with purpose, and to strive for a life that feels meaningful and fulfilling. As Dante descends deeper into the Inferno, he encounters the second circle of hell, where the lustful are punished. Here, souls are swept about in a relentless whirlwind, mirroring the uncontrolled passions that ruled their lives. They are tossed and turned, forever at the mercy of their desires, never finding peace or solace. This circle is a stark reminder of the intoxicating and destructive power of unchecked desire. Lust, in this context, represents any all-consuming desire that clouds judgment and leads to reckless pursuits. It could be the pursuit of wealth, power, or even fleeting pleasures that ultimately leave us feeling empty and unfulfilled. The whirlwind of lust serves as a cautionary tale, reminding us that true fulfillment comes not from chasing fleeting desires, but from seeking deeper meaning and connection. It encourages us to examine our own lives. Are we ruled by our impulses? Are we letting our desires dictate our choices? The lesson here is not to deny our desires, but to understand and manage them. It's about finding a balance between indulgence and restraint, pursuing our passions with a sense of purpose and responsibility. It's about channeling our desires towards something greater than ourselves, something that brings lasting joy and fulfillment. Continuing his descent, Dante and Virgil reach the third circle of hell, reserved for the gluttons. Here, souls are forced to lie in a vile slush, a relentless downpour of filth and waste raining down upon them. They are eternally bombarded by the very things they overindulged in during their lives, a fitting punishment for their lack of self-control. Gluttony, in Dante's Inferno, extends beyond the overconsumption of food and drink. It encompasses any form of excess, a relentless pursuit of more than what is needed. It could be the insatiable hunger for material possessions, the constant craving for instant gratification, or the inability to find contentment in what we already have. In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded with messages that encourage us to consume more, acquire more, and indulge more. The third circle of hell serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of this relentless pursuit of excess. It highlights the emptiness that comes from constantly chasing after fleeting pleasures and material possessions. Dante's depiction of gluttony challenges us to find balance in a world of excess. It encourages us to be mindful of our consumption habits, to appreciate the abundance in our lives, and to find joy in simplicity. It's about shifting our focus from material wealth to experiences, relationships, and personal growth. Reaching the fourth circle of hell, Dante encounters the souls of the greedy and the prodigal. Here the hoarders and the squanderers are locked in a perpetual struggle, endlessly pushing massive weights, representing their material possessions, colliding with each other in a futile display of greed and waste. This circle highlights the destructive nature of our relationship with material wealth. The greedy hoard their possessions, finding their sense of worth in material accumulation, while the prodigals squander their wealth recklessly, seeking fleeting pleasure and reckless spending. Both extremes are bound by the same chains of materialism, forever seeking validation in external possessions. Dante's portrayal of greed and prodigality serves as a powerful commentary on the emptiness of a life defined solely by material pursuits. It reminds us that true happiness and fulfillment come not from what we own, but from the relationships we forge, the experiences we embrace, and the impact we have on the world around us. This circle challenges us to examine our own relationship with money and possessions. Are we defining our self-worth by our material wealth? Are we constantly chasing after the next big purchase, seeking fulfillment in material possessions? Dante urges us to find contentment in simplicity, to appreciate the intangible treasures in our lives, and to use our resources to make a positive impact on the world. Descending deeper into the Inferno, Dante and Virgil reach the fifth circle, where the wrathful and sullen are punished. Here, souls are trapped in the river Styx, some submerged in the mud, consumed by their rage, while others float on the surface, choked by their own bitterness and resentment. This circle explores the corrosive nature of anger and resentment. The wrathful allow their anger to consume them, lashing out at others and perpetuating a cycle of pain and suffering. The sullen, on the other hand, internalize their anger, stewing in their own bitterness and resentment, poisoning themselves with their own negativity. Dante's depiction of wrath and sullenness serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of emotional regulation. It highlights the destructive impact that unchecked anger and resentment can have, not only on our relationships with others, but also on our own well-being. This circle challenges us to confront our own anger and find healthier ways to express our emotions. It encourages us to practice forgiveness, to let go of past grievances, and to cultivate a sense of inner peace. It's about recognizing that holding on to anger only hurts ourselves, preventing us from experiencing the joy and fulfillment that come from living with a compassionate and forgiving heart. Deeper into the Inferno, Dante and Virgil descend into the sixth circle, reserved for the heretics. Here, souls are entombed in fiery tombs, representing the burning flames of their own rigid beliefs. These are the individuals who clung to dogma and refused to question, their minds trapped in a prison of their own making. Heresy, in this context, isn't simply about religious doctrine. It represents the danger of clinging to any belief system, ideology, or worldview without ever questioning its validity. It's about the refusal to consider alternative perspectives, the unwillingness to engage in critical thinking, and the suppression of doubt and curiosity. In our modern world, we encounter heresy in many forms. It could be the blind acceptance of political propaganda, the unwavering adherence to outdated traditions, or the refusal to consider scientific evidence that challenges our preconceived notions. The sixth circle serves as a stark reminder that unquestioning belief can be just as dangerous as any other sin, leading to intolerance, division, and a stagnation of intellectual and spiritual growth. Dante's depiction of heresy challenges us to cultivate intellectual humility, to be open to new ideas, and to never stop questioning the world around us. It reminds us that true knowledge and understanding come from a willingness to engage in critical thinking, to consider diverse perspectives, and to embrace the unknown with a sense of curiosity and wonder. The seventh circle of hell is divided into 3 rings, each dedicated to punishing those who committed violence. In the first ring, Dante encounters the murderers, submerged in a boiling river of blood, forever tormented by the violence they inflicted upon others. Here, Dante confronts the raw brutality of human nature, the capacity for cruelty and aggression that resides within us all. The violence depicted in this circle isn't limited to physical acts of aggression. It also encompasses emotional violence, verbal abuse, and the infliction of pain through words and actions. In the second ring, Dante encounters those who committed violence against themselves, the suicides. They are transformed into gnarled trees, their bodies forever frozen in a state of self-inflicted torment. This ring serves as a heartbreaking reminder of the devastating consequences of despair, the feeling of hopelessness that can lead individuals to turn against themselves. Finally, in the third ring, Dante encounters those who committed violence against God, nature, and art. They are punished in a desolate wasteland, scorched by fire and tormented by a relentless rain of fire. This ring represents the desecration of that which is sacred, the disregard for the beauty and wonder of the world around us. Within the seventh circle, the Forest of Suicides is one of the most chilling scenes in Dante's Inferno. Here, those who took their own lives are transformed into gnarled trees, forever imprisoned in torment. Their cries are expressed through rustling leaves and bleeding sap. Dante's portrayal is a stark illustration of despair's consequences. It reminds us to seek help and remember we are not alone. Even in darkness, there is hope and the possibility of healing. Continuing his harrowing journey, Dante enters the third ring of the seventh circle, where he encounters those punished for blasphemy. This desolate wasteland, scorched by fire and tormented by a relentless rain of fire, serves as a stark reminder of the weight of disrespect, particularly towards that which is considered sacred or deserving of reverence. Blasphemy in Dante's time was a grave sin, a direct affront to the divine order. However, in a broader sense, blasphemy can represent any act of deliberate disrespect, denigration, or desecration of that which is held to be valuable, meaningful, or worthy of admiration. It could be the defamation of a person's character, the destruction of natural beauty, or the disregard for cultural heritage. The punishment in this circle, a relentless assault of fire and pain, reflects the burning consequences of disrespect. Just as fire consumes and destroys, so too can disrespect erode trust, damage relationships, and leave lasting scars on individuals and communities. Dante's depiction of blasphemy challenges us to cultivate a sense of reverence and respect for the world around us. It encourages us to treat others with dignity and kindness, to appreciate the beauty and wonder of nature and to honor the traditions and values that enrich our lives. It's about recognizing that our words and actions have power, and that choosing respect, empathy, and understanding can create a more harmonious and fulfilling world. As Dante descends deeper into the depths of hell, he encounters the eighth circle, dedicated to punishing those who committed fraud. This circle is divided into 10 separate bulgi, or ditches, each tailored to a specific type of fraudulent sin. Here, Dante confronts the complexities of deception, hypocrisy, and the manipulation of trust. In the first bulgia, Dante encounters the panderers and seducers, those who exploited others for their own selfish desires. They are whipped by demons, their punishment reflecting the pain they inflicted on others through their manipulation and deceit. As Dante journeys through each bulgia, he encounters a parade of fraudulent souls, each punished according to their specific transgression. He encounters flatterers immersed in excrement, hypocrites forced to wear heavy cloaks of lead, and thieves tormented by serpents. Through these vivid and often grotesque depictions, Dante explores the many faces of fraud and the devastating consequences of dishonesty. The eighth circle serves as a stark reminder that deceit in all its forms ultimately erodes trust, damages relationships, and undermines the very fabric of society. Reaching the ninth and final circle of hell, Dante encounters the traitors, those who committed the ultimate sin, the betrayal of trust. Here, in the frozen lake of Cocytus, souls are encased in ice, their bodies contorted in agony, their cries muffled by the unforgiving cold. Treachery in Dante's Inferno represents the ultimate betrayal of trust, a sin so profound that it chills the very soul. It encompasses the betrayal of family, friends, country, and even oneself. Those imprisoned in Cocytus's icy grip include figures from history and mythology who committed acts of ultimate betrayal, their names forever etched in infamy. The punishment in this circle, a frozen wasteland devoid of warmth and compassion, reflects the isolating and devastating consequences of betrayal. Just as ice chills to the bone, so too does betrayal cut to the core of our being, leaving us feeling vulnerable, isolated, and distrustful. Dante's depiction of treachery serves as a chilling reminder of the importance of loyalty, integrity, and the sacred bonds of trust that connect us. It challenges us to be true to our word, to honor our commitments, and to treat others with the same level of respect and loyalty that we hope to receive in return. At the bottom of hell, Dante encounters Satan, a monstrous three-headed beast trapped in ice. Each head gnaws on a sinner, symbolizing ultimate betrayals. Despite his power, Satan is defeated, trapped in his own frozen hell. This encounter reminds us that hope endures even in overwhelming evil. Dante and Virgil escape hell, ascending towards redemption and light. Dante and Virgil arrive at the gates of Dis, marking the entrance to lower hell. Here, sins of passion give way to sins of malice. The air grows heavier, the stench of sin more pungent. As they approach, demons emerge, eyes burning with malice. These guardians represent chaos and darkness. Reason alone is not enough here. Courage, faith, and divine intervention are needed. Beyond the gates of Dis, Dante and Virgil enter the sixth circle of hell, a vast expanse of burning sand. Here, the heretics are punished by a relentless rain of fire for their rejection of truth and adherence to false beliefs. The burning sands symbolize the searing pain of a soul consumed by falsehood. The heretics serve as a stark reminder of the dangers of clinging to dogma and rejecting truth. Section 3. The harrowing ascent, leaving the Inferno behind. Having witnessed the depths of human depravity and the torment inflicted upon those who succumb to sin, Dante and Virgil begin their arduous ascent out of hell. Their journey, however, is far from over. They must now traverse the remaining circles of purgatory and ascend to the divine realm of paradise. Their departure from hell is not a simple matter of walking through a gate. It is a symbolic journey of purification, a shedding of the sins and temptations that have weighed them down. Just as a climber must shed unnecessary weight to reach the summit of a mountain, so too must Dante and Virgil confront their own weaknesses and embrace the transformative power of repentance. As they climb, they are aided by divine grace, a force that empowers them to overcome the final obstacles and emerge from the darkness into the light. This divine assistance represents the hope that exists even in the darkest of times, a reminder that we are never truly alone in our struggles, and that redemption is always possible if we are willing to seek it. Dante's ascent from hell serves as a powerful metaphor for our own journey of personal growth and spiritual transformation. It reminds us that the path to a more fulfilling and meaningful life often requires us to confront our demons, to acknowledge our shortcomings, and to embrace the challenges that lie ahead. After what feels like an eternity in the suffocating darkness, Dante and Virgil finally emerge from the depths of hell. As they step out of the abyss, a blinding light washes over them, a stark contrast to the oppressive darkness they have endured. This sudden burst of light symbolizes the hope that awaits those who seek redemption, the promise of a brighter future beyond the darkness of sin and despair. It represents the awakening of the soul, the realization that there is more to life than the pursuit of fleeting pleasures or the indulgence of base desires. As their eyes adjust to the light, Dante and Virgil find themselves at the foot of Mount Purgatory, a towering mountain that represents the arduous journey of purification and atonement that lies ahead. The sight of this mountain, while daunting, fills them with a sense of purpose and determination. They have confronted the depths of hell and emerged stronger, their resolve tested but not broken. This pivotal moment in Dante's journey serves as a powerful reminder that even after enduring great hardship and confronting our darkest demons, there is always hope for redemption. The journey may be long and arduous, but the promise of a brighter future, a life filled with meaning and purpose, beckons us forward. Having escaped the suffocating grip of hell, Dante and Virgil find themselves at the foot of Mount Purgatory, a towering mountain that represents the arduous journey of purification and atonement. As they begin their ascent, they are met by a refreshing breeze, a stark contrast to the stagnant and fetid air of the underworld. This gentle wind, symbolic of divine grace and forgiveness, washes over them, carrying away the remnants of their infernal journey. It represents the cleansing power of repentance, the opportunity to shed the weight of past sins and embrace a path of righteousness. As they climb higher, the wind grows stronger, testing their resolve and forcing them to confront their deepest fears and insecurities. This metaphorical wind represents the challenges and trials that we all face on our own journeys of personal growth and spiritual transformation. Dante's experience on Mount Purgatory reminds us that the process of purification is not always easy or comfortable. It requires us to confront our flaws, to acknowledge our weaknesses, and to be willing to let go of that which no longer serves us. However, it is through this process of purging ourselves of negativity, harmful habits, and limiting beliefs that we can create space for growth, healing, and renewal. As Dante and Virgil ascend Mount Purgatory, they pause to catch their breath and gaze up at the night sky. The stars, shining brightly above them, serve as a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the intricate order that governs the cosmos. For centuries, humans have looked to the stars for guidance, inspiration, and a sense of connection to something greater than themselves. The stars have served as navigational tools, celestial clocks, and sources of wonder and mystery. For Dante, the stars represent divine guidance, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is a higher power at work, guiding us towards our ultimate destination. As Dante gazes upon the constellations, he is reminded of the stories and myths associated with each celestial formation. These stories, passed down through generations, have served as a way for humans to make sense of the world around them, to find meaning in the chaos, and to connect with the divine. This moment of contemplation under the stars serves as a reminder that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. It encourages us to look beyond our immediate circumstances, to seek guidance from a higher power, and to trust that even when we feel lost or uncertain, there is a plan unfolding that is beyond our comprehension. As Dante emerges from the depths of hell and ascends through the purifying realms of purgatory, he undergoes a profound transformation. He sheds the weight of his sins, confronts his deepest fears, and emerges stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. Dante's journey, while allegorical, mirrors our own human experience. We all face challenges, make mistakes, and grapple with the complexities of good and evil. However, it is through these trials and tribulations that we learn, grow, and ultimately discover our true potential. Dante's Inferno serves as a timeless reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope endures. It encourages us to confront our demons, to seek redemption, and to never give up on the journey of personal growth and spiritual transformation. As we navigate the complexities of life, let us remember the lessons learned from Dante's epic journey. Let us face our fears with courage, embrace the challenges that come our way, and strive to live lives filled with purpose, meaning, and a commitment to making the world a better place. Dante and Virgil descend into the fifth circle of hell, the Marsh of Styx. Here, the wrathful and sullen are punished, their anger a palpable force. The marsh is a bubbling cauldron of rage, a physical manifestation of uncontrolled emotions. The air hums with a low growl, the sound of countless souls trapped in rage. Their fury a corrosive force, their faces contorted in hatred, their voices hoarse from endless screaming. As Dante observes the wrathful thrashing about in the Marsh of Styx, he notices a group of souls submerged beneath the surface, their bodies weighed down by heavy stones. These are the sullen, those who allowed their anger to fester and turn inward, poisoning their hearts with bitterness and resentment. Imagine the suffocating feeling of being trapped beneath the weight of your own negativity. The sullen are burdened not only by their past grievances, but also by their own refusal to let go of their anger. They are drowning in a sea of their own making, their resentment a heavy stone that drags them further into the depths of despair. Unlike the wrathful, who lash out at others, the sullen direct their anger inwards, their resentment a slow poison that eats away at their souls. They are consumed by thoughts of revenge, their minds replaying past hurts, their hearts hardened against any possibility of forgiveness or redemption. Dante's depiction of the sullen serves as a powerful reminder that holding on to anger and resentment only hurts ourselves. It prevents us from experiencing the joy, peace, and connection that come from living with a compassionate and forgiving heart. The sullen remind us that true freedom comes not from clinging to our anger, but from releasing it and allowing ourselves to heal. The Marsh of Styx is not only a place of outward rage but also a breeding ground for inward-facing anger, a breeding ground for discontent. The sullen trapped beneath the murky water embody this form of anger, a simmering resentment that poisons the soul from within. Imagine yourself wading through a thick, stagnant swamp, the air heavy with the stench of decay. The ground beneath your feet is unstable, threatening to swallow you whole. This is the environment of the sullen, their world a reflection of their inner state. Stagnant, suffocating, and devoid of hope. Dante hears the sullen before he sees them, their voices bubbling up from the depths of the swamp, a chorus of complaints and grievances. They are consumed by their own perceived misfortunes, their minds fixated on past injustices, their hearts hardened against any possibility of joy or contentment. The sullenness depicted in this circle extends beyond mere grumbling or dissatisfaction. It represents a deep-seated negativity, a pervasive sense of bitterness that colors every aspect of their existence. They are prisoners of their own negativity, their resentment a heavy chain that binds them to their suffering. Leaving behind the Marsh of Styx, Dante and Virgil descend into lower hell, reaching the seventh circle, a place of brutal punishment. This circle is divided into 3 rings, each for a different form of violence. In the first ring, Dante encounters those violent against others, submerged in a boiling river of blood. The second ring is for suicides, transformed into gnarled trees. The third ring punishes blasphemers, sodomites, and usurers in a scorched wasteland. The second ring of the seventh circle, the Wood of the Suicides, presents one of the most haunting and emotionally charged scenes in Dante's Inferno. Here, those who took their own lives are stripped of their human forms and transformed into gnarled, thorny trees, their bodies forever imprisoned in a state of torment. Imagine a forest devoid of the beauty and tranquility typically associated with nature. Instead of lush foliage and vibrant life, Dante encounters a desolate wasteland of gnarled, thorny trees, their branches contorted and twisted, as if frozen in a silent scream. These trees are not merely inanimate objects but rather the souls of the suicides, their voices silenced, their pain eternally etched into their wooden forms. The suicides are denied the release of death, their suffering prolonged in this grotesque parody of life. They cannot speak or move freely, their only form of communication a rustling of leaves or the dripping of blood-like sap when their branches are broken. They are surrounded by their own despair, trapped in a cycle of self-inflicted torment that mirrors the hopelessness that consumed them in life. Dante's depiction of the suicides is not meant to be a judgment but rather a stark illustration of the devastating consequences of despair. It serves as a reminder that taking one's own life is not an escape from pain, but rather a descent into a deeper, more profound form of suffering. The third ring of the seventh circle is a desolate wasteland, a testament to the destructive nature of disrespect. Blasphemers, sodomites, and usurers face relentless fire and torment, reflecting their transgressions. Imagine a world stripped bare, devoid of life or solace. The ground is cracked and scorched, the air thick with smoke and sulfur. Flames erupt from fissures, licking at your heels. This is the fate of those who defy the divine. Blasphemers lie on burning ground, exposed to relentless flames. Sodomites run endlessly beneath a rain of fire. Usurers are burdened by money bags, symbols of their greed. Dante's wasteland reminds us of the consequences of disrespect. It highlights the importance of living in harmony with the divine order. Section 7. The City of Dis, where deception casts long shadows. Dante and Virgil approach the city of Dis, a fortified city marking the entrance to lower hell, reserved for sins of malice and fraud. The air grows heavy with dread, symbolizing the deeper depravity within. The city of Dis represents calculated sins and deliberate deceit. Demons guard the gates, embodying chaos and darkness. Dante and Virgil find themselves at the precipice of the eighth circle, having traversed the fiery plains of violence and blasphemy. The city of Dis, with its imposing walls and demonic guardians, stands as a stark reminder of the darker nature of the sins that await them. This is the Malabolge, a circle of 10 concentric trenches, each dedicated to punishing a specific type of fraud. Imagine a vast circular chasm, the ground carved into a series of interconnected trenches, each one teeming with souls condemned for their deceitful acts. The air hangs heavy with the stench of decay, and the sound of lamentations echoes through the trenches, a symphony of despair orchestrated by the consequences of betrayal and manipulation. The Malabolge represents the intricate and insidious nature of fraud, how it can poison relationships, shatter trust, and undermine the very fabric of society. Each trench serves as a stark reminder that dishonesty in all its forms carries a heavy price. As Dante and Virgil descend deeper into the Malabolge, they witness the consequences of calculated deceit, of words used as weapons, and of trust betrayed for personal gain. The punishments, while diverse, all share a common thread of poetic justice, a mirroring of the sin committed. The first trench of the Malabolge houses the panderers and seducers, those who exploited the desires of others for their own selfish gain. They are condemned to an eternity of relentless pursuit, driven by the same lust and manipulation that fueled their actions in life. Imagine a narrow passageway, echoing with the crack of whips and the screams of the condemned. The panderers and seducers, naked and vulnerable, are forced to run in an endless circle, pursued by horned demons who lash out with whips of fire. Their punishment is a reflection of the way they used their words and actions to manipulate and control others. Just as they once preyed on the vulnerabilities of others, they are now the hunted, driven by an unending cycle of pursuit and pain. Among the souls Dante encounters in this trench is Jason, the leader of the Argonauts, who seduced and abandoned Medea after she helped him obtain the Golden Fleece. His presence here serves as a reminder that even the most celebrated heroes can succumb to the allure of lust and the temptation to exploit others for personal gain. The first trench of the Malabolge serves as a stark warning about the consequences of using desire as a weapon. It reminds us that true love and connection cannot be built on manipulation or deceit, but rather on a foundation of mutual respect, honesty, and genuine affection. The stench of excrement assaults Dante's nostrils as he and Virgil descend into the second trench of the Malabolge, a vast fetid bog where the flatterers are punished. Here those who built their lives on false praise and insincere compliments are condemned to wallow in their own filth, their words forever tainted by the stench of their deceit. Dante and Virgil reach the third trench where simoniacs are punished. Simony corrupts the sacred for material gain. Souls are trapped headfirst, flames licking at their feet. Their suffering is a grotesque parody of baptism. A relentless shower of stones rains down. They are crushed beneath the weight of their own greed. Pope Nicholas III is among them. His cries echo through the trench. The trench challenges our relationship with power and wealth. True fulfillment comes through humility and integrity. Dante and Virgil descend into the fourth trench of the Malabolge, a place for sorcerers and fortune-tellers, their bodies contorted, their visions clouded. Imagine walking through life backwards, your head twisted, eyes filled with endless tears. This is the fate of the sorcerers, their vision fixed on the past, unable to see ahead. In life, they sought to control fate now. Their knowledge torments them. Among them is Tiresias, the blind prophet of Thebes. The fourth trench warns of seeking forbidden knowledge. True wisdom lies in accepting our limits and trusting the divine plan, even when hidden from view. Dante and Virgil descend into the sixth trench of the Malabolge, where hypocrites bear the weight of their deceit. Cloaked in golden garments, they are weighed down by lead, a symbol of their false virtue. Their punishment is eternal, a reminder of their hypocrisy. True virtue cannot be faked, it must align with our thoughts, words, and actions. Embrace integrity and live authentically. The seventh trench of the Malabulge is a chaotic and disorienting place, a fitting punishment for the thieves who, in life, were masters of deception and stealth. Here, they are subjected to an eternity of relentless pursuit and transformation. Imagine a vast pit teeming with serpents, their scales glinting in the dim light. The thieves, naked and vulnerable, run through this serpentine labyrinth, their bodies constantly intertwining with the snakes. Their forms shift and merge in a grotesque parody of their own thievery. The serpents, symbols of deceit and treachery, bite and constrict the thieves, their venom burning through their veins, a physical manifestation of the corrosive nature of their sin. But the punishment goes beyond physical torment. As the serpents bite the thieves, they undergo a series of bizarre and horrifying transformations. Their bodies morph and contort, their identities dissolving and reforming, a reflection of the way they once stole the identities and possessions of others. The chaos and disorientation of this trench mirrors the way they live their lives, always scheming, always looking over their shoulders, their true selves hidden beneath a mask of deceit. Among the souls Dante encounters in this trench is Vanni Fucci, a thief from Pistoia who was notorious for his sacrilegious theft of sacred relics. As punishment, he is bitten by a serpent and bursts into flames, only to rise again, his body regenerated, but his suffering eternal. The seventh trench of the Malabulge serves as a stark reminder that our actions have consequences, not only in this life, but also in the hereafter. It challenges us to live with integrity, to respect the property of others, and to recognize that true fulfillment comes not from material possessions, but from living a life guided by honesty, compassion, and a commitment to earning our rewards through righteous means. Emerging from the Inferno. A journey of transformation. Dante's journey through the Inferno is not just a descent into the depths of hell, but a testament to the human spirit's resilience and capacity for transformation. As he navigates the treacherous circles of the underworld, confronting the consequences of sin and the depths of human depravity, Dante himself undergoes a profound metamorphosis. He begins his journey lost and despairing, trapped in a dark wood that represents his own spiritual and moral crisis. Yet through his encounters with the souls of the damned, guided by the wisdom of Virgil, Dante gradually sheds the weight of his own sins, confronts his deepest fears, and emerges from the darkness with a renewed sense of purpose and a profound understanding of the human condition. His journey is not a linear progression from darkness to light, but rather a winding path filled with challenges, setbacks, and moments of both despair and hope. He stumbles, he questions, he even despairs at times, but ultimately, he perseveres, driven by a belief in the possibility of redemption and a desire to transcend the darkness that threatens to consume him. Dante's transformation reminds us that the journey through our own personal infernos, those periods of darkness, doubt, and despair that we all face in life, can be a catalyst for profound growth and self-discovery. Dante's Inferno, written over 700 years ago, continues to resonate with readers today because it speaks to the timeless truths of the human experience. While the language and imagery may seem archaic to modern readers, the underlying themes of sin, redemption, and the struggle between good and evil remain as relevant as ever. Dante's vision of hell is not merely a fantastical realm of fire and brimstone, but a reflection of the darkness that exists within us all. Each circle of hell represents a different aspect of human sinfulness, from the uncontrolled passions of lust and gluttony to the calculated malice of fraud and treachery. By exploring these different forms of sin, Dante challenges us to examine our own hearts, to confront the shadows that lurk within us, and to make conscious choices that lead us towards the light of virtue and redemption. The Inferno also reminds us that our actions have consequences, not just for ourselves but for others as well. The interconnectedness of human relationships is a recurring theme throughout the poem, as Dante witnesses how the sins of the damned ripple outward, causing pain, suffering, and despair for those around them. Dante's journey through the Inferno is a powerful allegory for the challenges we all face in our own lives. While we may not encounter literal circles of hell, we all have our own inner demons to confront. Those negative thoughts, destructive habits, and limiting beliefs that hold us back from living our fullest potential. Just as Dante must navigate the treacherous terrain of the underworld, we too must navigate the complexities of our own inner landscapes. This requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to face our shadows head-on. The Inferno teaches us that the first step towards overcoming our inner demons is acknowledging their existence. We cannot hope to overcome that which we refuse to see or admit to ourselves. Once we have acknowledged our shadows, we can begin the process of understanding their origins, their hold on us, and the ways in which they sabotage our happiness and well-being. This process of self-reflection can be painful, but it is an essential step towards growth and transformation. By shining a light on our darkness, we begin to reclaim our power, to make conscious choices that align with our values, and to create a life that reflects our truest selves. Despite the darkness and despair that permeate Dante's Inferno, the poem is ultimately a story of hope and redemption. Even in the depths of hell, Dante never loses sight of the possibility of a brighter future, a realm of light and love that lies beyond the shadows. His journey, guided by reason and divine grace, reminds us that even when we feel lost, alone, and overwhelmed by the challenges we face, there is always a glimmer of hope to guide us forward. That hope may come in the form of a trusted friend, a spiritual practice, a moment of unexpected grace, or simply an inner knowing that we are not alone in our struggles. The Inferno challenges us to choose hope over despair, to believe in the possibility of redemption, even when it seems impossible. It encourages us to hold on to the belief that no matter how far we have strayed from our path, no matter how deep our wounds or how heavy our burdens, there is always a way back to the light. This choice for hope is not a passive act of wishful thinking, but an active engagement with life, a commitment to seeking out the good, the true, and the beautiful, even in the darkest of times. Dante's journey through the Inferno is a testament to the human spirit's incredible resilience. He faces unimaginable horrors, confronts his deepest fears, and witnesses the depths of human depravity. Yet he never gives up. He stumbles, he falls, he even despairs at times, but he always rises again, driven by a belief in the possibility of redemption and a desire to transcend the darkness that surrounds him. His resilience is not a superpower, but a testament to the strength that lies dormant within us all. It is the ability to adapt to adversity, to learn from our mistakes, and to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead seems uncertain or fraught with danger. Life inevitably throws us curveballs, challenges that test our resolve and force us to dig deep within ourselves to find the strength to carry on. These challenges may come in the form of loss, heartbreak, illness, financial hardship, or any number of other trials that life throws our way. Dante's journey reminds us that we are not defined by the challenges we face, but by how we choose to respond to them. We can allow ourselves to be consumed by despair, to become bitter and resentful, or we can choose to embrace the opportunity for growth and transformation that these challenges present. Dante's Inferno, while a harrowing depiction of the consequences of sin, is ultimately a story of hope, redemption, and the transformative power of the human spirit. It is a journey from darkness to light, from despair to hope, from the depths of hell to the heights of paradise. While the Inferno may be the most widely read and discussed part of Dante's Divine Comedy, it is essential to remember that it is just the first part of a much larger journey. Dante's descent into hell is merely a prelude to his ascent through purgatory and his eventual arrival in paradise, a realm of eternal bliss and union with the divine. This larger journey reminds us that life is not a destination but a process of growth, transformation, and ever-evolving understanding. The challenges we face, the mistakes we make, and the lessons we learn along the way are all part of a larger tapestry, woven together to create the rich and complex fabric of our lives. As we navigate our own personal journeys, let us remember the lessons learned from Dante's epic adventure. Let us face our fears with courage, embrace the challenges that come our way, and never lose sight of the possibility of redemption and the transformative power of hope. Our own journeys from Inferno to Paradise may be long and arduous, but they are ultimately journeys worth